Here we are.
Sorry, I don't like these. I got these fucking gamer headphones on, and like it muffles out all sound, so I can't really hear myself. But
Yeah,
it's so uncomfortable. But whatever.
it's distracting. You'll move
Anyway,
on. You'll get over it.
so yeah,
Ooh, but I can hear
what's up?
myself.
Through my shit? God damn it!
Yeah.
No.
I mean, not all the time.
What about now?
Like,
I
not
turned you
now. Not
down.
now. Oh,
Okay,
turn down for what? I'm just kidding. No, that's perfect.
and I turned your voice down. Uh, in my
I'm
ears.
used to that. Most people try to subdue me so much as they can. Subdue? Is that right?
I don't know where you're going with this, but yeah, it sounds unfortunate. I'm sorry they do that to you.
I
Who are these
know.
mean people?
Everyone. In case you haven't caught on, I'm really not loved.
Oh, oh well. Um, I wasn't prepared for this
Oh.
conversation, but I don't know. How does that? What do you do about that?
I usually just talk louder
Okay.
and demand the attention that I want.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's what I do. You just be
Yeah,
belligerent.
and
You'll get what you want.
yeah, you be belligerent, and then you also give out a lot of head because people will like you better if they receive oral sex from you. So,
Wow, cool. I only heard the end of that, but it sounded awesome. I don't know what
so,
came
dude,
before, but it doesn't really matter. I got the gist of it.
yeah, yeah, give out oral sex to be liked is
Yeah,
the gist of it.
I do it a lot, but it hurts my jaw, so I don't. It's kind of a double-edged sword.
Wow, so that means that you like really,
I'm like,
really care, though.
yeah. Well, in my defense, I mean, I've had my jaw broken, and it's just very tender, or not tender, but it's. I never recovered 100%. I never got my full dexterity back, and
Yeah,
I don't have a problem doing it. I'm just saying it takes a lot out of me.
yeah, it can cause some irritation. Well,
So,
and I'm just gonna say it. I think giving women oral pleasure can be quite a task, also. So
yeah,
I
it's
guess
not.
I'm assuming that it's just women.
What? Sorry,
Woman.
you cut out.
I said, I guess I'm assuming in that sentence that it's just woman,
Yeah,
but I think it's a fairly safe assumption at this point.
I just merely request like a nice temple massage afterwards, um,
Aw.
to help alleviate. And it doesn't have to be immediately afterwards, but at some point because
Yeah.
it throbs. You know, when I got my jaw broken, they gave me these fucking giant fucking like a deck of cards, and like each day you had to add a new one, and you had to jam it in your fucking mouth and keep your
Oh,
mouth open, keep that shit jammed in your mouth for like 10 minutes. That's how they are supposed to get the flexibility back in my jaw. But it
huh.
But that's fucking I. Who wants to stick a deck of cards in their fucking throat? So
Right.
I didn't do
I had
that.
a similar treatment, but it was with gradually increasing dildo size as opposed to deck of cards.
Oh really? So maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's what they should have prescribed to me. I probably would have fucking enjoyed that a little better.
Gone for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's at least like can be pleasurable, especially if you're like drunk or something, you know.
I was on pain medication at the time. It was even better. So
Ooh.
than
Was
being
it the
drunk.
good stuff? What'd they
Oh,
give you?
I don't know what it was because my mom and sisters stole most of it to use for themselves.
So it was the good stuff then in that
Yeah.
case.
All I know is I took too much and I almost drowned myself in the bathtub. That was the highlight of
Oh
it for
my
me. I don't know
god.
if I told you that story.
Yeah, see? No, but I want to hear that story and I also want to hear how you broke your jaw.
Oh well, it is a surgery, so they went in and I didn't break it. They went in and cut it and fucked around
Oh,
with
they
it.
broke it.
Uh,
Yeah.
but then they gave me the pain shit and don't take that before you take a bath because if you take like a muscle relaxer or the fuck it was, and you're already like very anemic because your jaw's wired shut, so you can't eat like solid foods and you're in a weakened state.
Right.
And then you get in the bathtub and you can't get out, and then you start to slide into it, and your face falls underwater, and then you drown.
Oh my
But I
god.
didn't
Yeah,
drown.
that's
I pulled myself out of the
well,
bathtub, laid on the floor for like
thank
45 minutes.
Christ. Oh my god, and Odie came to check on you?
Hell no, they got those.
Well,
They got their pill. They divvied up the pills, and they fucking went to bed.
that's true, they were out. But also, they might have been used to you taking long baths since that's where you used to jerk it when you were a little boy.
True, and they're just like, listen, he deserves it.
He's had one hell of a day.
He's had a hell of a week. He can't eat.
He can't eat solid food.
Ain't no one fucking with him already, anyways, and his face is already now it's fucked up even worse. So
Let him touch
yeah,
himself.
it's actually very very sweet of them now in retrospect. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so
Cool. Well, hey, dude. How's your weekend been?
man, I went to this wrestling slash podcast convention in Chicago, well outside Chicago in
So wait,
Schaumburg. Yeah.
they had a they had a combined event for these two things that are so dear to your heart.
Well, here's the thing, it's like podcast related to wrestling.
Okay.
Okay, you got me. So a
Yeah.
convention
So it's relevant.
for wrestling podcasts is probably the
Hmm.
better way to phrase it. But not it wasn't specifically for wrestling podcasts. There's also just general wrestling stuff and like general podcasting
Yeah.
stuff as well.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it was real cool. I got to like drink and like either I didn't really get to meet a lot of my heroes, but I got to see a lot of them. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, the money they charge to meet these motherfuckers is ridiculous, and I love some of them, but I'm not paying $100 just to shake some dude's hand and get a picture taken.
Yeah. No, that's not worth it. That's nuts.
Because you
You
had to
can be
pay
like, I was in the same room as that person.
right, you had to pay $130 to get in the fucking inside the deal, and once you're in the deal,
Damn.
then you got to pay the money to do the other shit. So is it
And that's like per person. Like I have to pay $100 to meet one of my favorite people, and there's like 50 of my favorite people here.
exactly? You got it. It
Damn.
was nuts. So I met a couple people, and they were like the cheaper people, or I got the cheaper rate. So I
Sure.
paid like 40, like max,
Mm.
to get my picture taken with someone. You'll never feel so stupid in your life. Trust me, because I've done it. When you hand someone $40 just to get a fucking picture taken with them. Um, but I get that.
I don't know, dude. I felt pretty stupid for other reasons.
Well,
But go on.
I'm gonna have to sell a hell of a lot of pictures of myself to recoup that money because I
Yeah,
can't charge nearly that much. But
that's true.
but where was I going with this? Anyways, it's just something
Maybe
demeaning.
someday we'll be able to charge that much.
Right. I'll remember that when we're at the podcast convention. Um,
Yeah.
I'll try to pay it forward. I won't charge. Maybe maybe 20. How 40 20 for me, 20 for
We could
you
do
together. It's 40.
we could do a free will offering. Like donate what you think this is worth. And then on the sign we'll be like we could be charging you $50, keep in mind. Like,
I don't know. I mean we could also throw like sexual favors in there as well.
ooh, yeah, you know how I love giving out sexual
Yeah.
favors to
Well,
feel
no, they
loved.
give it to us. What are you talking about?
Oh. I don't have to sell myself anymore. Wow.
What? They get a picture with us in this section? That's not worth it.
$5 for a picture, $5 additional for a blowjob.
Here's the thing. You don't even get the picture. You just get the sexual favor because I don't like people taking pictures of me, and I got to review.
Yeah, I don't need
After it's taken, I get to
what.
review it, and if I want to delete it, tough shit. It's my right because it's me.
Yep. And then you have to pay another $5 if you want to try
Right,
again
exactly.
to get a good
I hate
photo.
a dirty motherfucker that takes a picture of a person without your consent, and then they upload that shit to the internet.
Yeah.
And now you're tagged in the
Dude,
picture, and you're like,
yeah.
I think there should be a law.
I think so too. Or even like when Snapchat first started becoming a thing and I downloaded it for my friend who moved to a different state. I didn't want it, but I did it for her.
Right.
And then a bunch of other people found me and they would send me like just pictures of strangers in public that they thought like looked funny or were
Right.
doing something stupid. And I'm like, that's disgusting, honestly. Like, leave people alone. Let them live their lives. I don't want people taking pictures of me looking stupid or ugly
And
and sending it
I
to all
look
their
like that a
friends like,
lot.
look at this bitch. Yeah, all the time. All the time.
Um, I'm not gonna say a majority of the time.
And I don't want to become some internet sensation of the chick with her ass hanging out on the subway or what the fuck ever, you know?
Did that happen once?
Well, no, but I just came up with a. I don't think I've even ever been on a subway, honestly.
I had a great time when I was on.
I'm sure I've had my ass hanging out before, though.
Yeah, sure. I was on a subway. I was on a subway once, and I had puke all over myself, and I sold it in a garbage bag, vomiting into it. and I didn't have my
Oh,
glasses, so I couldn't like tell if people were staring at me. And I was
yeah.
really insecure that I was gonna become an internet meme during that, just because it could
Yeah,
have been
that's just
good.
scary.
Just me walking several blocks with a white garbage bag in my hand, leaning into it,
Covered in vomit.
covered in vomit. I did almost kill myself that night, so
Oh.
it's
Like on purpose or on accident?
no, from alcohol poisoning or
Oh, okay.
no.
Good. I was like, this might have just gotten really dark.
I've never
Um,
made an attempt yet. We'll see.
see, but I would, yet, yeah, give it time. No, I would look at you as like a hero, though, if I saw you. I'd be like, man, that guy lived last night,
Good.
and
I'm
he's
sure some
paying for
people
it
had that.
now.
I'm sure some people had that thought. You know, because you can't get into a
Yeah.
cab in that condition because they don't want you fucking puking in the cab, so we had to walk to the fucking
Right, yeah.
subway. But or if you,
Right.
yeah, whatever. I don't know where that story was going,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
It was perfect.
Sometimes,
Okay, I have another question.
yeah, you got it.
So what did this convention entail? Like, were there outlined events, or was it just kind of like a mingling thing, or was it a little bit of each? Did you watch actual wrestling? That was a lot of questions.
Okay, so I assume it's like any other like convention, comic book, or otherwise. You pay to get in, and then they have different events that you can go to.
Hmm.
Some events you have to pay.
Oh, but you have to like choose between them.
Yeah, there's multiple events at the same time, long lines.
Ugh.
They have different tiers, not tears from your eyes, but different levels.
Sure, like the
You got
French.
me.
Yeah.
Uh, of like wristbands you can buy. So I had like the second level, not the highest level. So the highest
Hmm.
level fuckers got to go in first to get the best seats if it was some sort of event.
Oh, fuck them.
And then I got the second. I got to go in second. But the shit was so disorganized, and they had these mafia motherfuckers running the security. Um, no one knew what the hell was going on, and we just basically conned our way up to the front most of the time. Um, there was
Nice.
I did bond with Tony Baloney, who was probably like the ace security guard and a god amongst men, and my current crush. I don't know if he,
Sorry, Tony Soprano?
well, Tony Baloney, but I don't know what his real name was. I was too intimidated to ask. But he had a
Sure.
cute little
Yeah.
baby face, but he had a great voice, and he fucking I can't do it. I'm not gonna do the impression, but he got people in fucking line, and
Oh,
he
I
knew how to
would
handle it.
love it if you tried.
No, but then he put me in fucking uh Missy. Well, I think it was more Missy, but it was like the little fuck. I don't know what that. There's some mafia term for like lieutenant, but he's like, listen, you're in charge. You hold this fucking line right here, and it made my day. I felt like a made man. But
I'm gonna look up that term because I know
I
it too,
think it
and
was
it's
that.
gonna
It's
bug
with a
me.
C. I'll fucking look it up too. I got Google as well.
Yeah, you might beat me to
I went
it.
there first.
Were you the
Yeah,
K-pop?
that. I was that dude,
Yeah.
and it filled me with such joy.
I watched The Sopranos.
I've never watched The Sopranos. Is that any good? I feel like it seems I don't know. I don't other than Tony, who I bonded with. I'm not a big mafia person. Maybe I would. Everyone fucking says that show's great. I hear the guy gets shot at the end of the episode, the last one, or some bullshit. Um,
Here's how I felt about that show. Like, I enjoyed it, but like by the time I got to the end, I felt like I had invested more time in it than I would have preferred. Like, I was ready for it to be over. You know what I
right.
mean? Yeah.
Oh, oh, did
Whoa.
I get unplugged?
Yeah, what's going on
Oh,
here?
sorry. I was just checking on these people because I left them alone to record my podcast.
How they doing?
Yeah, how you guys doing? I committed to this podcast and I had not worked the timing correctly. Who's run?
Can they hear me?
No, they can't hear you. But I think that
Oh,
you can hear them though, right?
yeah, kinda.
Uh,
Tell them I said hey.
Kelsey says, "Hey, Shane," and
I don't care. Pentagon's on.
he said he don't.
And
He
Missy.
said, "Fuck you, Pentagon's on."
Less graphic.
Sure.
That
I
was
get
rude. I added the "fuck you," but I'm just I like colorful language.
it.
Anyways, I am stepping out of this room. It's really loud. They seem to be getting along well.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like they
Yeah,
would.
good enough, anyways. Um, sorry. I'm just glad I'm a. What did we say that word was? The lieutenant.
A made man? Oh, you're a capo.
Capo. I'm a capo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I typed in Kappa,
Yeah, that
not
rocks.
capo. That's probably how I
Close.
would pronounce it, though.
Was it capo? I'm a
I'm a
capo.
Kappa, not a copper. Oh shit. Maybe
Oh no,
get me
wow.
in trouble.
Watch out. That's how you get shot. Dude, I am so proud of you
Which part?
about being a capo for
I
Tony
know.
Baloney.
I'm fucking two in the bushes, fucking made in the mafia.
Well, half made. You're
Half,
made.
I mean, you know more about that. You watch Sopranos. I don't know how it works, but I'm
Yeah,
fucking
you're a made man,
cool.
and I'm just your side piece.
What's that?
I said, you're a made man, and I'm just your
Oh,
side
cool.
piece.
Well, it's a pleasure. I'll try to get you in. I'll
Stupid.
talk to Tony.
Thank you. That'd be awesome. I'd love to be made.
Actually, he's back in Chicago, and I'm here. We'll probably never speak again. Although I did make a
Probably
vow.
not.
I know the security company he works for, and I'm gonna be looking them up and sending a
Oh
message,
my god!
letting them know that he is the fucking.
How great he
I
is.
told him you're the best fucking line man in this whole fucking deal. No one else knows what they're doing. They just let people. Oh
Good.
my god. Let me look them. Let's see if I can find them. Let's see. Atlas
Oh my
Security.
god, I would die.
Let's see.
I would just die.
I doubt they
Tony
have.
Baloney Atlas Security.
I doubt they have like a fucking his name was not really Tony Baloney. Are you typing that in?
Yes, I am.
I mean, it may be.
Tony Baloney profiles on Facebook. Maybe I
Try
could
it
find
out.
him.
Maybe it's him. Um,
Oh, this is a reference to the NYPD commander Anthony Baloney, who was caught on tape in a few instances committing acts of police brutality.
what? I don't think that's
Fun
my Tony.
fact. What?
I do not think that's my Tony.
No, but that's where he got his name. He was like, yeah, you know what my alias is gonna be? It's gonna be the name of this racist ass fucking cop. Nobody's gonna mess with me.
He sounds like a mean man. He doesn't sound like my Tony at all. Oh man, how do I find this
Yeah.
guy? Let me try this.
Yeah, they probably don't have like a directory, is I think what you were trying to say earlier.
Let's see.
I'm gonna look at Tony Baloney profiles on Facebook.
Try that.
We're doing some live detective work.
We are. This is fucking
Okay,
thrilling.
I don't think he's Australian. He looks a little Italian. I'll click on him. Wish I could look up people by city.
Oh shit, is this him? No, but I found a coworker's Twitter, so we're halfway. Let's see.
Ah, wow, you're good. I bet it's this guy.
Does he look? Let me go. Let's.
One of his featured pictures is a kid with blood on his face.
Oh, God, you might have to.
Just kidding. This guy looks like he's 16.
Oh, shit. Okay, how do I fucking do this?
Was he sexy? Did you give him my number?
What? Wait. Oh no! Fuck! I want him. What are you talking? This is my dude.
You have someone.
This is
Come
my
on.
dude.
Don't be selfish.
I may share him, but I'll be bitter. I'll be a little bitter.
But he's
I'll
mine
be a little
first.
bitter and insecure about it.
Reluctant. Fine. You can have a turn. Give
Now I'm going
to
through
you
this
done.
other security guard's Twitter pictures to try to find. I found a guy who works for the security company.
Oh, I thought you gasped as you were going through the pictures. I was like, oh my god, you found a
Let's
picture of him.
see. Oh, he has like group pictures with other security guards that I recognize, but not Tony Baloney. He might be a new recruit. He's a pretty young man.
And he's the best in the
he
biz?
was, yeah.
Newbie
If I would have known he
on the
was new, I would have told him. You got this shit already locked down. These fucking vets don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, you're embarrassing these other assholes.
But I mean,
he's
from the fucking mafia, or he sounds like it at least. I'm pretty damn sure he's Italian.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
He looks like it. Maybe.
It makes sense, honestly.
He a lot. I don't know. God damn it. This is gonna drive me nuts. I'll figure out. I got a private.
Tans a lot and
I got a
eats a lot
private
of pasta.
investigator handbook around here somewhere, so I know.
Oh my god, you're
I
gonna
know
figure it
the
out.
fucking
Next
shit.
week, we'll get an update.
I mean, I think me and him had a
It'll
good
be
repartee
awesome.
and everything, so. Yeah, you know.
Repartee.
That works.
God, that's classic. Yeah, I love a good rape party.
I've never been to one.
Well, they're generally not planned. Or, well, one person plans it. Everyone else is a little bit surprised.
I don't know what the hell. I'm I think it's wonderful.
I don't know what's up with me today, but I'm just like saying
like
whatever
it.
the fuck I want. So
I like it.
this
It's
is gonna
good.
be an interesting time.
This is what our listeners demand. Fucking welfare queen might be listening to this.
Yeah.
We
God, I hope so.
I mean,
wait,
she was there
explain
signing
that.
autograph.
Yeah, but no one else knows what that I have contacts for welfare queen listening to this podcast. No one else does.
Oh, I mean, I was just telling her about it.
Did
I
you
sent you
meet
the picture.
her?
Oh,
Who is she?
oh,
Yeah, you sent me.
You want me to
We
explain?
have listeners, Chet.
Don't tell me how to do my job. Oh, here, I'll give you the true story of what happened. These fucking hallways were crowded. They had a main like thoroughfare like hallway that's like fucking 8 football fields long hallway. That's an exaggeration, maybe 3 football fields long. And
Damn.
on one side they had tables that ran all down it, and that's where the fuckers would sit and sign autographs. But then the lines were so because the different rooms and shit people would go to events were in the same hallway, so this fucking thing was like elbow to elbow, fucking crowded.
That is the
I had a
worst
little,
idea.
I usually dread the things I like or dread the things I love. So like I bought the tickets for this thing thinking I'd fucking love it, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be wrestling, it's gonna be sweet. And then as it got closer, I was like regretting it each and every day. And then I was filled with more and more dread that I did this
Yeah.
and I can't get rid of the tickets. And then Missy was like, I got the fucking dread too. And I was like, well, I know if I do, you probably do too. So we went up there. It was very dreadful. The drive up. It was just a dreadful drive. But we made it. I fucking Jesus Christ! I paid like almost $20 for 2 shots of vodka. It was I've never felt more taken advantage of in my life.
Is that before or after tip?
No tip. I mean, no tip.
If you're charging $10 for a shot, I'm not fucking tipping you,
I think I gave the bastard $1 because it's all I had left. But I think he felt bad.
Yeah.
I think he tried to give us some free chicken wings, but Missy said no because he said you want some wings, but he said you want another drink, and we did not want another one of those.
Oh.
So they took the wings
God
away,
damn it.
and that was a tragic incident.
Would it have been classless of you to have been like, no, wait, I want the wings?
It was too. He had already I think he felt like an idiot because he tried to offer us free wings, and we said no. So he quickly went to someone else at the bar. Like he went to another person and they said no, and then he finally got the third person to hit on him.
Who the fuck are all these bitches saying no to
well,
free
we did
wings,
too.
Dude?
We didn't know. We were ignorant.
Yeah, but yours was a mistake.
It was a mishearing, I guess. I don't know.
That will haunt you to your grave.
No, it will. We lamented it for quite a while. Where was I?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
I'm lamenting it.
Dude, you love the show Glow, right?
Oh my god. Yes.
Have you watched both seasons?
Oh yeah, I finished it in 2 days, and now I'm just on the edge of my seat waiting for season 3.
Well,
I don't even know when is it supposed to come out?
Well, I don't know when I don't know when it's coming out, but I know
And
they're
what
gonna
am I
start
supposed to
shooting
do
it.
with my life until then?
I don't know. That ain't my problem.
Life is empty.
Oh, it's always empty. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's especially
Do you feel
empty
fulfilled?
now. I found something that I loved, and now it's been taken away from me.
Well, they're gonna start shooting in November.
What? They're just starting shooting in November? Ugh.
Yeah. So they're gonna shoot in November. And if let's see. They're gonna start shooting in November, and um,
Hey,
I
wait,
assume it takes a couple months
wait.
probably.
Hey,
What? Yeah,
are they gonna start shooting in November?
in the fall, in the late fall. I In the late fall, early winter, I think is when they're scheduled to start shooting season 3. I don't think I was told, but
I wish you knew.
son of a bitch. I really hate. I kind of hate you right now.
I hate me more than you ever possibly could.
Um, so it may take a few. I assume I don't know anything about television, but I'm gonna assume it takes a couple months to shoot that shit.
Yeah, to shoot the
So
shit. I have
yeah,
to
here's what
wait.
I'm thinking: November, early December, but then they gotta take a break for the holidays. Probably come back after the new year. You finish up in January. You got February, March, April, May, June to edit the shit, promote it. Probably comes out in June or July, right? Isn't that when this one came out?
That's almost a year.
I know. Hey, you're not the only one that feels a severe sense of emptiness when you don't have anything to watch on TV.
I know. What are we supposed to do
We
with
all do.
ourselves?
I don't know, just be
Create?
empty. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, I think we will. But we will. I don't know about other people. Um.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway,
Call
so
us.
speaking of glow, out of the corner of my eye, I saw
Yes.
this beautiful creature. And I was like, who is that? There's a creature in a baseball cap that says glow. And then
Oh my god.
I looked down at the table, the little fucking card table she was sitting at, and there's all these pictures of I know her as Welfare Queen. I don't know what I can't.
Ah!
Forgive me, can't remember her character's like real name, but I know her wrestling
Fuck
name
me
in the
up.
show. Anyway, she's just sitting there all by herself.
Same.
Everyone was passing her. No one was saying hi.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Nobody knows a good thing.
I know, right? And I was like, this is bullshit. So of course, I went over there and I was like, hey, uh, fucking you're awesome. I love you. I didn't say I love you. That's weird. I was like, love your work.
Yeah, that's pretty intimate.
I was like, man, I was like, you do a hell of a job. I was like, I'm really impressed with your acting abilities because I don't know if you know this, but she was a professional wrestler. She wasn't an actress. So
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
So she went by the name of Awesome Kong when she was a wrestler.
Uh
I don't know if that's less or more offensive than Welfare Queen, but
huh.
I read an interview with her and she said when they first gave her that name, I don't think she took it too well. Oh, it's a Japanese thing. It may mean something different over there. I don't know. But
Huh.
but anyway,
She didn't take it too well.
yeah. Sidebar. Um, so I was talking to her. I was telling her, hey man, you're great. You don't even need a fucking fuck this wrestling. You're gonna get a fucking Oscar or an Emmy probably or a
Yeah,
fucking
you're a star.
a Webby. I don't know. You're gonna win something. I'm sure of it. She's
You
very
have to.
humble and gracious, and I don't know. That's pretty much it. Yeah,
She's the perfect
I
person.
told that story very anticlimactically, but
That was pretty much it. Well, you got a picture with her.
I end most things anticlimactically, so it's just I'm just used to it. But
Oh,
she
sure,
was
yeah.
awesome. She's very nice. No, she was very humble. I met a couple of these people and they're kind of standoffish or a little like, you're a fucking mark. Give me your money and fucking get the picture and move
Yeah.
on. She was very nice. I probably could have just sat there and fucking talked her ear off, but I didn't want to be a
Yeah?
weirdo. There's a lot
I
of
would
like,
have too.
most of this convention is like fat, smelly, weird, unkempt men. So I didn't want to be one
Is
of
that
the.
true of all
It
conventions?
must be. For some reason, I was under the misguided
Yeah.
vision that a wrestling convention would be slightly different. I mean, I knew the majority.
Right. Because you think that they're not geeks,
Right.
but they are. They're just geeks of a different
They are. And
category.
I knew a majority of them. I thought it'd be like a 60-40 split, but it was like
Yeah.
95% uh were fucking just smell
Overweight white men.
overweight. Dude, the whiteness was pretty scary. To tell you the truth. I was like, I've never been around this many white people. This is fucked up. I'm being honest. This was the biggest white gathering I've ever been to. I've been to some pretty white shit.
You were like expecting some white hoods at some point to come
It's
crawling out.
fucking. It was scary. I know, yeah, exactly. Or I thought it was going to be one of the incel things or something. They are all kind of sad.
Oh
Um,
God.
I've
Yeah.
been to some white fucking shit, and I've never. This was the whitest fucking thing, dude. I've been to a fucking demolition derby. There's more fucking minorities at
That's
that.
pretty white.
I've been to a fucking monster truck rally. More like by a fucking wide margin.
Somehow more diversity.
Way more diversity. It was something else.
That's so strange.
Uh, it was disconcerting to me. I was a little eyes on, and they weren't doing any security. I'm like, one of these motherfuckers is gonna come in here and blow this thing up, or fucking kill everyone with a fucking gun.
Mm-hmm. Because no woman will have sex with him.
Exactly, and there was tons, dude. I've never been surrounded by more silicone tits in my life.
What?
Yeah, well, like the female wrestlers and fucking wrestler manager ladies and all that shit. They were all there.
I just didn't expect them to like be concerned with boob size, I guess.
Who? The chicks?
Yeah, or I guess so concerned as to have like an operation.
Oh, they were they must have been because all of them did.
Damn! Wow.
And they're like obviously.
Well,
it's
yeah,
the
I
wrestlers,
would.
they want to show off.
Well, and if I
Yeah,
spent that much
it was
money on tits, they'd be out all the time.
it's pretty awesome. It's pretty intimidating. I was like, oh my god,
You're like, wow, those
I was
tits
like,
could
this is pretty
kill
cool.
me.
I know they could. I was like, I gotta, you're trying to avert your eyes, but
Sure.
everywhere you went, they were there, and I think,
Well,
they were on display.
here's my stance on that. If you spend that much money on tits, it's not fair to get mad when people look at them. Is my opinion.
And they weren't.
Bass backwards.
No, you're fucking ass forward.
Say I'm not a feminist, but don't get mad when people look at your fake tits. That's where I'm at.
That's where I'm at too. I'm glad we're in agreement with that.
Yeah, totally. We should start a podcast.
Yeah. About tits?
No, just in general. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. Oh man, that's a great idea. What should we call? What shall we call it?
Man, I don't know. I was thinking maybe like 3 in the weeds.
Oh, I like that.
One
That's
in
got
the
a little
sun.
ring to it. 1 in the sun. What was that thing I said? Something about dudes. A few
Hang
dudes.
on.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Fuck
find it because that killed me when you sent that to me. Just for the record, I was crying.
Well,
I think I took a screenshot and sent it to my roommates, and I was like, "Look at this."
I was very shameful that whenever I came to, and I was like, "What is all this shit I sent?"
It was
Well,
perfect.
I didn't think you would care, but
It made my night. Are you shitting me? Do it more often.
I'll try.
Okay. Hang on. Wait for it. Several dudes, in fact.
Yeah, right. I thought that's pretty good. We could do that. Several
like
and that kind of covers my favorite topic, which is dicks. Tits being a strong number 2.
My favorite topic is also dicks. And then we could end every podcast with a question whose answer is several dudes, in fact.
Oh, something happened with the...
What happened?
Okay, whatever. Oh no, I heard Shane yell about something.
Yeah, me too.
They're watching wrestling, and I think we're watching like a illegal stream, and I think it keeps cutting out. See, because this wrestling convention is part of a larger wrestling event, so the event is happening tonight. Yeah.
What's the event? I'm a noob.
Okay, I'll give you a little background on it. So,
Please.
In wrestling, there's only one big organization. It's called WWE. Everyone knows that. So there's no other big Yeah, exactly. So there's no other big
organization. To the WNBA.
Yeah, less black people though.
And women. Okay, go
on. Where was I going? Anyway, so that's the thing. That's what exists. That's what everyone knows. And there are all these wrestlers that wrestle outside of it, in these smaller, independently ran promotions. And one of them, someone in the wrestling media, I think, said, "Hey, there's never going to be another promotion other than the WWE that can sell out a 10,000 seat arena." And then this wrestler Cody, he said, He goes, I'll take you up on that. I'm all in on that bet. So
Yeet,
so
bitch.
the so Cody and some of his friends um, organized this event and they sold it out. So it's like a 10,000 seat arena, uh, independent wrestling show unrelated from the WWE. And it's like the first time it's been done in
Suck
like
it, WWE.
it's like the first time
Suck
it's
it.
been done in like 20 years, I think. So it's like a big deal. So then they made this convention to kind of be a partner thing with it. I didn't go to
Alright.
the actual wrestling event because even though I'm a big wrestling fan, I tend to find wrestling kind of boring to watch live unless I'm really sauced up, I guess. And
Yeah. Sauced.
and two, the tickets sold out anyway, so I couldn't get in there. They sold out in like 5 minutes or whatever.
Well,
Um,
sure. Yeah.
and yeah, that was basically it. I don't need to watch the show. I wanted to meet the fuckers I met, uh, and then get the hell out of town. And that's what I did. But anyways, so they're watching
That's
the event on the
okay.
television.
I get it. Yeah. I get it. I vibe. I respect them. Alright, so you meet Welfare Queen.
Right.
What
Oh,
else? What else transpired on this weekend?
let's see. We met her. Um, what happened? Oh, okay. There's this great. Here's something that happened. That this whole thing was all like fucking carny because it's wrestling and they're trying to milk you out of all the fucking money they can. So
I love it.
at
Which
the
is
end of
not much.
not much what
Not a ton of money. I don't feel like. Like I don't feel
not
okay.
not me, but
Here's
some of these
my
fuckers were doing multiple things and I know what they cost. So they were fucking making a lot of money.
fair enough.
Anyways, what was your thought? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That
No, I
wrestling
was just
fans are
about to
poor,
be
white trash.
incredibly yes, incredibly classist and say that they were catering to the wrong audience if they were trying to milk out money.
No, I don't know. It may be that wrestling fans are poor and the only thing they spend their money on is wrestling, or that they actually do have money.
Yeah.
We'll never know the answer. But
No.
they
I'm
were
sure it
spending a lot of
varies.
money at this.
I'm open minded.
They were spending a lot of money at this thing. Anyways, at the end of the night, I think from 11 to 1, it was scheduled 11 to 1. There was karaoke. You got to
Yes.
okay, you went into the fucking ballroom. You had to pay. Listen to what you had to pay to do this. Okay, you got to sing with two, or sorry, it ended up being three. This is how it was described.
Okay.
You pay the fee. You get to pick the song. You do karaoke with these three wrestling personalities. Two karaoke with them. Okay. You have to pay a fucking
Oh,
$100 to
I'm
do this.
jizzing.
You have to pay $100.
Worth it.
I stopped jizzing at that point. Once you say $100.
Yeah, like my boner is gone, but I'm still gonna go through with it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I did not pay this fucking $100, but I was like, I'll go fucking watch. And you're in the crowd and you can sing the song anyways. You're just not up on the stage.
You can watch for free.
Yeah, you can watch for free. And I
My boner is back.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. And I prefer because I don't want to get involved. Too many entanglements. Now you can't get out of it. You're stuck in a fucking thing, and you're like, oh shit. So,
Totally.
anyways, um,
I'm afraid of commitment too. I
right.
get
Everyone should be. Um,
it.
it's a scary thing. Anyways,
Totally.
uh, so these fuckers get in line to do their karaoke, and the first thing I notice offhand is like these wrestler personalities that are up there with them, like don't want to do the karaoke, like want to sing it with them, so they're making them sing it themselves, and they're like, "You better fucking be good, or we're gonna cut you off." And I thought they were joking around, but like they weren't even letting people like finish the whole songs. They're like, "Oh yeah, wrap it up."
What the
Like
fuck?
mid song, once it went to like a break, like an 8-bar break or 24-bar break or whatever, they
Yeah.
like cut it off and like went to the next guy. So they're
I'd be like, bitch.
exactly.
I paid $100 for this.
And I'm
Don't step on me.
right. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're not even up there. Like they're just sitting there while they're singing it. They're not singing it with the guys or really even like
Yeah,
inter-
sing with me.
interacting with them. They're just kind of sitting in chairs like behind them. I mean, they'd kind of interact a little
Cutting
bit,
them off.
but I don't think they were not $100 worth of interaction. Um,
No, that's bullshit.
so, anyways, that happens, and it's supposed to run. And as it goes on, the wrestler that's up there, I don't know. I guess he was de facto running the karaoke. I don't know, but he's like, speed it up, get the next guy up here. I'll cut him off. He sucks, and like throwing him off. And
Oh,
they get to this one guy does a song, and then after the song, he goes, "Oh, that's it. Thanks for coming out, guys. Good night." And walks off the stage. And I thought it was a joke at first because there's still like 8 people in line that had to do the karaoke that they paid
Right.
$100 for, and he just like left, and those guys are like, what's going on? And there's like some guy that was like emceeing or hosting the thing, and like they go up to him and they're like, what's going on? We didn't get to do our songs. They're all sitting there with their fucking papers with their songs on them. They look like they're about to fucking cry, and
Yeah.
and the guy's like, well, I'm not in charge here. I just do the MC. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like,
Oh,
not offering good customer service
no.
at all. Let me add.
No,
Um,
it's bullshit.
and they're like being kind of timid or about it. And I'm up there and I had a couple drinks. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, that's fucked up. And the guy's kind of looking at me like, whatever. And then I still see the wrestler guy like on the other side of the stage, like walking around. And I'm like,
You did
I don't know
not.
what I yelled at him. I was like, get the fuck over here, Jeff Jarrett, and let these fuckers sing. And at that point, like the fucking MC guy looked at me like, oh fuck, there's a guy that's actually gonna cause a scene about this because the other guys just
Do something
yeah,
about
the other
this.
guys the guys that actually paid for it looks like they were just gonna cry, like grown men, and they're all doughy eyed and fucking sad. I was like, that's fucked up. So I yelled at that fucker, and now the MC guy's like, oh shit. So he runs over to the guy who's running the soundboard or whatever, who I guess is another guy
Yeah.
in the event that's in charge, and says something to him. And he doesn't get no one walks over to these guys. No one like formally says, oh, we ran over time, even though on the schedule it said it ran to 1 and it stopped at midnight. The guy
Oh
takes off his like
no.
little producer headset thing and he yells from across the room. He goes, don't worry, they're gonna come back and let you take pictures with them. If you're worried about singing, you can sing to yourselves while you wait. Yeah, isn't that
No.
this? I don't know. It's fucked. And then I just left because
That's bullshit. I would demand a
right.
refund.
I told him. I told the guy. I was like, dude, that's fucked up. I was like, you need to demand your money back or something. That's bullshit. I was like, fuck the getting the pictures with him. I'd be pissed
Yeah.
at that point. I wouldn't want a fucking picture with him.
Right, no, I'd be like,
I'm-
you guys are assholes, and I just want my money back, and I want to never think of you ever again.
Right. It was like really fucked up. And I think probably stuff like that happened throughout the event where they didn't organize it well and people didn't get to fucking get what they paid for or whatever. I can't believe they paid $100 just to fucking do karaoke with a wrestler. I would have paid
Well,
maybe
it
like
sounds fun.
it does. That's why we were watching. I was like, I'll watch this shit. And it was cool.
And
And
then
we were
it's a
singing along to it.
nightmare.
But it turned into the
Yeah.
worst fucking thing ever. I felt so bad for those guys.
An absolute nightmare. Fuck that. People suck. Well, and as you're telling the story, I was like, oh, they probably had more people participate than they thought would, so it ran past 1, and so they had to cut it off. No. Midnight? Excuse me, bitch?
Exactly. That's what the whole hour was left, according to the schedule.
Yeah, like, suck it
it was-
up. I don't care if you don't like it. They paid for this.
And at no point was anything like mentioned like, oh, we had to change the schedule. It's ending at midnight now, or we're fucking. The guys were just in line, and then they're like, oh, it's over, thanks, and like bolted off stage. It was, I don't know what the fuck it was about.
Yeah.
I thought
Oh, we're sick of this. Bye.
that basically that's what it was, and I thought it was like a bit, like they're just playing like bad guy wrestler. They're like, oh, and then they were gonna come back on, but they were really like, no, fuck it.
Yeah,
But,
they were really like, we don't want to do this, so we're not gonna. Damn. Well, shit. What happened else? What happened
Okay.
else?
What else? What happened else? Let me see. Fuck. What
I'm a
happened?
few sheets to the wind, I think.
What you been drinking? Or ingesting?
There we go. No, I'm having a Moscow Mule, but I've had some
Ooh.
other things along the way.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. I'm down with
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Where was I gonna go? What else did we do? Fuck.
Was it just that one night, or did you like go to bed and then wake up the morning and keep doing convention stuff?
We went Thursday, Friday. We were supposed to get up and go this morning, but I said, fuck it, let's go home. And she was in
Yeah.
agreement, so we did not go this morning.
God bless her.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this dreadful. Let's get out of here. So let's see. What else did I do
Oh.
that? What? Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Way earlier, when you were saying how you were on your way and it was dreadful because you dread the things you love, I was going to make a joke about how I dread things that I love too, and that's why I'm going to therapy, but I didn't do it, so now I'm doing it.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you're going to therapy. You fucking need it. But, that was a joke. But, I mean, if you... Honestly, I think
No, it wasn't.
I think everyone needs therapy. I mean, fuck, a lot of people don't want to deal with
I
this shit.
agree. Totally. I'm gonna deal with my shit. I don't actually go to therapy yet, but I'm gonna someday when I have money.
Well, good. I support that.
Hello? Someone's knocking on my door.
Oh shit.
Just one day.
Hello,
That was Lawrence.
Lawrence.
He made a cameo.
Oh, bye, buddy.
Oh, he's
Has
gone.
he gone? Oh, I love you.
Yeah, Chet said bye, buddy.
I love that guy. I don't feel like I do a good enough job showing it sometimes, but oh well, it's a
Dude,
weakness.
hey, speaking of how you love this guy, I had a great idea.
Yeah, tell me.
So, remember how we did Drunk Twister?
Yeah,
Let's do it again, but with a different movie.
I'm down. What's your? Do you got any ideas?
No, but I remember we came up with some after Drunk Twister, right?
Yeah. Do we remember them?
Mm,
'Cause I don't.
No.
Did we make a list?
Okay, well, what are other classic movies?
They need to be group, like ensemble movies, so you got a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Drunk.
You could do like Fast and the Furious, even though I don't even like those movies, but they are.
I don't either, but wow, that would be deliciously trashy.
I mean, that's like nothing but cringe dialogue, so that's like perfect.
Absolutely.
So that could be an option.
I love cringe
Oh,
dialogue.
that's I do it. It's not even written for me. It's just how I speak. Let's see. People are like, that guy needs to shut the fuck up. Why does he think he can have a podcast? Oh shit.
I'm dead.
What
I felt like they were other like 90s movies.
Okay, 90s.
But I don't know what they were, but I know that we
yeah.
Did we do Jurassic Park or did we just talk about
Yeah, we
Jurassic
did Jurassic Park.
Yes.
That was the original, I'm pretty sure.
It was? I only remember Drunk Twister for some reason.
Maybe I'm making it up. Oh fuck. No, we did it.
Did we
Well, Shane's
do it?
here. I can confirm at some point.
Oh yeah, because I was Dr. Allen.
Mm-hmm. You were.
That wasn't the original though. I think that was the second.
Well, I am sorry for misremembering.
I said that with a lot more authority than I actually have. I'm really
No,
not
I think
sure.
you're totally right. I have fucking early onset Alzheimer's, so I don't know what the fuck's going on half the time.
Who am I? Someone change my shoes.
I'll give you one personality. I'll give you one personality deficit I do have. When I do lose shit because of my fucking Alzheimer's, I can't take it. I'm not good at losing shit. Couldn't find my wallet.
Do you cry?
No, I get not angry, not violent. I get frustrated. That's the word. I couldn't find my wallet the other day, and I was just fucking frustrated as fuck. It was a rough one, and then I found it. Like 5 minutes later, it was all right. It's like losing a key, losing a remote control, a wallet. Ugh, it's like the worst thing for me. I don't like it. That's what.
You can't handle Is it like
first thing, my first therapy session? That's the first thing that's coming up. Wow,
I can't handle
losing things. How do I accept that? How do I accept losing things? It feels so good to find them, but to lose them, it hurts. How do I rectify that? So I think that should be a pretty simple thing.
Dude, that's deep.
Nah, that's not deep.
Oh.
Oh, it is. Sorry.
I think it's incredibly complicated.
That was really rude. Really.
As someone who has studied psychology.
Oh yeah, you would.
It's definitely complex.
You did some schooling.
I did some.
You did. Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, it took me far.
Well, but you're not to your destination yet. You got places to go yet.
Yeah.
You got
the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, and that guy's a hell of a writer. I still read that shit to this day.
Yeah, but didn't he die? So he was a hell of a writer.
But we all die. What do you mean? But didn't he die? Kelsey,
well,
we all die.
He has died.
Do you want to live forever?
But he already has. No, fuck no. Dude, can I tell you something?
Yes, please.
So, when I was young and my parents would, indoctrinate me with, heaven and shit like that,
mm-hmm.
I remember wishing that Christianity wasn't true because I was terrified by the concept of being alive forever. I was like, even after I die, I have to live for eternity and worship God the whole time? This sounds awful. I just want to not exist at some point. Like, 7-year-old me is like wishing to someday be relieved from the burden of existence.
I mean, I think that's a common. I don't think that's fucked up at all. I think that's a normal thought for. How old were you? 7?
7 or
Yeah.
something? I probably wasn't 7. I was probably like 13 or something. But regardless, childhood Kelsey is like, fuck no, I don't want to exist forever. That sounds exhausting. I'm so introverted.
I mean, oh,
let me deteriorate into oblivion so I don't have to socialize.
I hope that is what happens, but still,
Same.
to this day, I don't fucking. It's hard. It's hard to talk to people, and they expect you to do it all the time, and Jesus Christ,
all the time. Dude,
yeah.
I got a massage the other day,
shit.
and the woman talked to me the entire time.
What the?
And it was not 1 hour, it was 1.5 hours.
What are you doing in there?
No. My phone is telling me that there's a flood alert.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I turned it on Do Not Disturb specifically, so when it started vibrating, I was pissed.
Tell us a goddamn emergency. You better go. You got a life jacket on?
I live on the 3rd floor, dude. If I need a life jacket, I just hope I die.
Damn, that's scary. I hope it doesn't flood here. I'm only on the 2nd floor, right? Oh shit.
Oh shit. You'll still probably be fine.
I can swim. Okay.
I can swim, but I would choose not to.
I can kind of swim. I'm a mediocre swimmer. I just can kind of swim. Like, I'm not a professional. I can't fucking do laps.
Yeah. Well, and I didn't take swim lessons, but I'm like, I can tread water for a while. Like, I've learned from observation how to swim.
I took swim lessons like fucking 4 or 5 times. They were like, this fucker's he's never gonna learn.
But we must teach
They're
him
like,
how to
I'm
swim.
surprised he ain't fucking dead yet.
So let's enroll him 5 different times.
5 might be.
We thought he drowned 6 different times.
I mean, it may be an exaggeration. It's probably like 3 or 2, but I did it several times, and I could tell they were losing patience with me.
But you do know how to swim
I do.
now.
It took 3 tries, and there's nothing wrong with that. So my therapist tells me.
There's a curve, Chet.
But yeah, I did eventually learn how to swim.
You're really great at other things.
I could never learn how. I could never learn how to float, though. I still can't float on my back.
I don't think that's a learned trait. I think it's an acquired
well, they kept trying
trait.
to make me do it and got all fucking pissy with me when I kept sinking and getting water in my eyes and up my down my nostrils. And I was like, this is...
They're like, listen, fatty, just float.
I wasn't fat. They would not say that.
No, you're not fat now either, so that would have never worked. What if you were fat as a child? I would die.
Maybe I was. You don't know.
Show me pics. Pics or it didn't happen.
No. If I was fat as a kid, most of my friends were fat, so I would have fit right in. I always gravitated to fat people. Always had a lot of sensitivity. Always had a lot of sensitivity.
Is it because
What?
of how much mass they have?
You cut out what?
You said you always gravitated to fat people, and I said, is it because of how much mass they have?
Well, that's the joke. You. I say it dryly and I let it sit there. It's a good thing I have you to actually react to it, to cue the audience into
No one would have caught it. Maybe like one person would have caught it.
But I mean, if
you're all idiots.
Legitimately though, I did have a lot of fat friends, and maybe it was just because I was caught in. I know, if I remember correctly, they had quite a few skinny friends, so they were pulling them all in. I don't, fuck it. You can't really top the first time you do it. It's the best. Anyways, I had a lot of fat friends. They were cool. Always just had a lot of sympathy for them. And I feel like the skinny man and the fat man have a lot in common. You're still on the fringes
They're the
of,
same on the inside.
yeah, and you're both on the fringe, just on the opposite spectrum.
That's true. They're like, you eat less and you eat
Yeah, you're
more.
like, you skinny fuck, you look like a fucking snake. And I'm like, that's fucking rude. Oh,
Don't talk to me that way.
yeah. How did we get started on that? Anyways, fat people are fine. I don't got a problem with them.
That's a great
As
question.
long as they pay their rent on
Fat
time.
people are fine.
What's else? As long as they pay their rent on time, they don't fucking talk about anime for 5 hours. I'll fucking be alright. I'll make it. Well, also, if they're capable of packing shit into boxes, their own property, and loading it into the back of trucks, and not having a skinny person
We
do
have
that.
to cut this whole. We have to cut this whole bit.
Your voice just did some crazy shit. I thought a demon had got you.
No, this is just the first time you've ever heard me enjoy myself.
Oh, whoa, sorry, God, I thought I was funny before all this.
I'm just kidding. I worship you. It's fine.
Thanks.
Oh my god.
Um,
I'm crying. Where were we going? Where was any of this going?
I feel like I'm neglecting people in the other room, but whatever.
Do we need to end
No.
this?
Well,
Okay, I'd be sad.
Yeah.
They could be Hey, let's star them in our podcast. Just go out there and start recording with them.
But I don't know how, because with the head, I don't have enough headphones for the. They wouldn't.
Oh,
They could not hear you, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Because I had thought about it initially.
Do you
Well,
wait? Stop. Do you have one more headphone jack, or do you just have the one?
just the one.
Fuck.
See,
So I was like, maybe they could just share shitty headphones.
Yeah.
I use shitty headphones.
Yeah. I thought in my head, I was like, do I got like a fucking split thing with 2 headphone jacks? And I don't know if that's real, but for some reason I convinced myself maybe I had one. I didn't.
I would have died.
And then I can barely figure out how to make these fucking things function. If you remember last time we tried to record.
Yeah, I do.
Anyways, it's a great thought, and maybe one day that will come to fruition.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, where were we? Fat.
If I just drove there real fast.
I know you could fucking
just
like
have a...
come visit people.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Anyways,
I suck.
you do. I
See you at 11:40.
I mean, I guess I could drive. I could drive places too. That's rude. It's a mutual thing. Anyways,
No, but you have.
I did, but you did too. Once,
Yeah,
I think.
we have.
Yeah, so it's 1-1 at this point. Um,
Yeah.
we're
We're
even Stevens. What? Why? What'd I do?
That it got me. I don't know. It was a shitty show.
I'm so insecure when people laugh at me. I'm like,
No, I'm laughing because I'm laughing with you.
I know,
not at
I got
you,
it.
Chet.
I know. Sorry.
But do you know?
I do know.
You believe
I'm
me
neuro-
deep in your heart?
I'm what? You know.
Do you say that you know, or do you feel it in your soul? Do you really know?
Oh.
Do you believe?
Well, let me think about it and give an honest answer here. I feel it. I feel as if you're sincere. I know you're going. That's
Okay,
legit.
good.
There's a lot of comedians at this fucking thing too. A lot of joke. They did a roast. They did and then they just did like a
What?
stand-up set where it's kind of like wrestling related. And they had this comedian,
Yeah.
Ron Funches. He's been on like Comedy Central and shit. He is really fucking funny. I didn't know this was
Okay.
gonna happen, or I didn't know who these people were, if they were actually funny. So I guess what I'm saying is,
Yeah, because that could have tanked
Yeah,
pretty
I guess
easy.
that also that like kind of reinvigorated me for us to be podcasting because I think those guys are really funny. I'm not funny in the sense I can write a joke and have a punchline, but I can say some funny shit off the cuff. I think. I don't know.
Oh my god, yeah, you're
And you do too.
hilarious. That's like 40% of why I enjoy you.
In addition, you do as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Um, where are we going with this?
I don't. Okay, so like when you were
Oh,
reinvigorated for
got
the
it.
podcast, like, do you have like a vision?
I mean, it's the same vision because um, it's the same vision. It's just the consistency of us actually doing it. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, as far
Yeah.
as there's a vision of actually following through on things um, to actually get people to
Yeah.
engage with it. Um, our
Yeah.
listeners, you're out there listening. Maybe Welfare Queen and maybe Marlisa and a couple other random people.
Yeah.
But
At least two of my
right.
favorite black people.
Um, but yeah, trying to actually engage and like get it out there, actually doing it goddamn consistently. See, this is the
Consistently.
problems we have with it. We can't even speak, so we gotta tackle that first. Um,
Sure. Yeah.
so
One
let's be
step at a time.
consistent. Uh, the format, you know, we can work on that. That's an experimentation that it can take different shapes and forms that we'll play with as
Mm-hmm.
time goes on. Because I
Yeah.
think we got a good thing. We got to keep it loose like this
Yeah.
and do it. But so I have a vision in that sense. Do you have any visions?
No, not really, but I am encouraged by your faith, I guess, because sometimes I'm like, are we that entertaining? Like, can we make it? But I listen to like a few different podcasts that are just friends getting together and talking about shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm like, they did it and they're successful. Like, we can fucking do this,
that's
right?
what I'm
We're
saying.
funny
I've seen all
ish.
these fuckers making money. Um, so we can do it. And
Yeah.
this fuck, I'm not fucking. I'm not made for that 9 to 5 bullshit. So
No,
this is the
same.
way it's going. That's just the way it is. Um,
Let's fucking make it.
we are gonna make it. See, I'm just fucking nothing but affirmations here. Um, but yeah, but I'm feeling it. I got it. Feeling it in my soul. Um,
God
and
bless.
really, yeah, for
Hell
that,
yeah.
even though I was around a bunch of dirty white men and I was very uncomfortable, I did get some inspiration from the one black stand-up comedian they had, um, and all the other
Thank God.
and all the podcasters that were making lots of money, and
Yeah.
um, yeah. So if you're listening to this, you're gonna hear a whole lot more. So get ready, buckle
Hell
up.
yeah.
Um,
Fuck
fuck
up.
up is what we say.
Yeah.
Buckle up and fuck
I
up.
was gonna say fuck me up, but then I wanted to say fuck you up. Because it's like not just me that's getting fucked up, it's everyone. So then I went with fuck up. So buckle up and fuck up.
Oh shit.
Bitches.
Oh, bitches and bitch bitchettes. Yeah, because
Fuck.
the men are bitches and the bitchettes are the women.
Right, and the
And
women are
and you can
bitches.
fall
You're
anywhere. You can
sexist.
fall anywhere within that spectrum. If you
I'm all over
if
the
you're
spectrum.
if you identify as something other, well, fuck you too. Not in a negative way,
I identify as
but like also
bitcher.
fuck up with us.
Yeah, fuck you up. Yeah, it's not fuck you, it's fuck
Sorry, I
up.
miss. They know what I meant.
You had one job. Chet told us all, fuck you.
I've never been good at any job, and this is the first one I'm going to try to be good at. So just take it easy on me, please.
You've
I'm
got it.
trying.
No, you're good
I
at
know that's a
jobs.
bit.
You're so
I'm
fucking
doing a
smart.
joke. Don't feed.
Well, I'm doing serious.
Don't,
I think you're
don't
great.
feed my ego. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, he has a dangerously high
It's no,
self-esteem.
none of it's true, anyways. I mean, I'll never believe it to be true, so it doesn't.
Okay. Anything else? Any other highlight from the convention?
Well, most of it was just dreadful, just full of dread. We were always trying.
Full of dread.
We were always trying to get drunker and never quite getting there.
You were drunk.
What
are you talking about?
Listen, I was not at my. I think you've seen me peak drunkenness. My peak drunkenness. I don't know if Missy has, but
every time. I feel like, I don't think I have, because I feel like every time we've been around each other and you've tried to get drunk, you're, like, drinking beer or something and just not quite capable of setting that pace for yourself.
So I would not... See, you haven't seen me at peak drunkenness.
No.
Maybe the closest was, that Christmas party? That Christmas party, I got I got pretty drunk.
I was thinking
but that wasn't
that
even
or
peak.
Twister.
That too, but no, Twister's not even close.
No.
In my remembrance, but as we've established, I can't remember shit. The Christmas party was almost like that was like 50% there.
Yeah, I was a little bit. There was one point during karaoke where I thought that you might start getting belligerent, and I was a little bit worried.
Oh shit! What'd I do?
You were just like, "This is really bad. This is really awkward. We should cut him off." And I was like, "Shh, like sit down. I have to take you outside."
Okay, in my fucking defense, that wasn't karaoke.
Yeah.
that was an impromptu.
I said during karaoke. Not that it was karaoke. It disrupted karaoke.
Oh, okay. And hey, I fucking love this guy, and if you would happen to ever listen to this, and it's nothing personal, I fucking love you. Well, like literally. Well,
but that was a really awkward moment for everyone.
It was an awkward moment, and you fucking. We made the eye contact where you're like, "This is fucked up." I was like, "Well, yeah, I am aware of that."
I was so glad you were there for that.
I was in that perfect like drunken like disassociated space. It was very bizarre. It was more bizarre than it was because of my state of being at the time.
Yeah, but it was already pretty fucking bizarre. When
you're in the middle of karaoke and a guy just pulls out a cell phone and announces he's going to do an a cappella rendition of in tribute of a recently deceased artist. I mean, okay, that's sweet and everything. Maybe he could have checked if we had the fucking thing on karaoke. It was a pretty common song.
It might have been a karaoke song.
But he neglected to do that. And then, far be it from me to critique anyone's singing ability, because this motherfucker has a tin ear, and I can barely fucking pronounce words. But whatever he was spouting off was harsh. It was harsh times. Sorry, and I love this guy. This ain't like the fat guy. I love this guy.
Oh yeah, we love this guy.
I love him. He'll never. I don't gotta keep saying I love him. He'll never listen to it. But
yeah, it won't matter. But here's the other thing.
Okay.
My boyfriend at the time found the karaoke track on his phone and just started playing it, trying to make it less awkward and less terrible, and it made it way worse. And I wanted to die, so we left. We went to take a shot.
I don't remember that taking place.
Yeah, he was sitting next to Marlisa.
Okay.
And they together, just as honest and blunt and loud as they are as people, I was like, oh my god, just shut up, just let it happen. Don't make him embarrassed. But you know what? Maybe in retrospect, it wasn't a bad thing. I don't know.
No, I mean, I don't think he had nothing to be ashamed of. Because it's a memorable moment for me. I still remember it to this day, fondly.
And I talk about it.
And I was drunk as fuck, and it's like fucking vivid. It's very vivid.
It was a good time.
What a guy. He's back around this area. I might have to hang out with him someday. Get him to sing.
Yeah, you should. Oh, your area, not mine?
My area, yeah, he's back in this area.
Wow, okay, yeah, you should hang out.
I'm
You should
more,
do karaoke.
well, I might use him for his technical abilities. I know he knows about audio shit, so maybe I'll fucking.
Ooh.
We need to figure out
What
a
if
way.
he became an integral part of the
That's
podcast?
what I'm saying. Like he like edits the shit and makes it sound good, and we don't have to do that.
You know, the last time we had someone offer to do that.
I don't even want to tackle that subject right now. I've said enough, and it gives me anxiety. That part gives me anxiety because he
It was
took
a dark
he
time.
took. It was very dark. He took something. He took my idea, a vision I had for a podcast, and I don't know what the fuck he tried to do with it, but it offended me.
But
It took
it
too
definitely
long.
didn't like it.
Didn't like it. Took too long. Uh, he thought he was like in charge, like fucking. He's giving me direction. I'm like, no, you offered the service. You do it, and like the way I want it.
Right, like we're hiring you to do this for
Yeah.
us.
Oh my god. That was the worst. That's like creative. He wasn't even creative differences. He wasn't involved creatively, but he tried to be, like adding there's like bullshit in there. Fuck that guy. Yeah, what was that shit? I'm still pissed. Still pissed off about that.
I love it. I don't know what you're talking about. I think we should have kept his genius
Yeah,
around.
if you could just clap at the same time, just clap. You could just clap so I can sync it up. I'll have it done tomorrow.
I'm dead.
It took fucking 6 weeks.
3 months later.
Oh god. Ugh.
Dope.
Fucking.
Well, dude.
You know what? I just want to mention again that this fucking Zencaster thing has worked out pretty good for the second time in a row.
Yeah, we're at least at
This
an
might be
hour.
I think this might be the best it's ever done, like straight through.
It's gonna cut out like now because you mentioned
I know
it. It's like, oh yeah, I have a job to do, and that's to fuck up lives.
I know I fucked it up, but sometimes I'm amazed. I feel good about it. Because we tried to do other shit. I broke my laptop doing it. So
yeah, I forgot. Have you gotten that fixed?
No, I'm gonna have to fix that myself.
Long pause. No.
I'm trying to think of a bit to end this on, because I need to end it soon, just to be a good host of other people, and also a good host of this podcast. You got anything? You got something to contribute to the story?
No, I don't. I was like, I'm gonna look at stuff today, and then I just didn't.
Just make something up. How's your new job? How's that?
It's so great. I saw a topless woman running through the other day.
How
it was
it
super
nice?
interesting.
How'd it look? You take a
Yeah, they were silicone, so they were really, really good. Like
cool.
quirky.
That's cool, dude.
And their nips were like just.
Those are my favorite ones.
Like it must have been really cold. the out there nips.
Those are cool. I mean, I don't want to. I'm just saying. Yeah. Whatever. It's a common. What?
Let nips.
Yeah,
be
that's
nips.
what I say. Free flowing. I'm glad you're on to greener pastures or to something else, because I know the former job you were excited about, but then you were not excited about it, and I don't want anyone to be trapped, especially someone like you trapped in something they don't want to be doing.
Yeah, like it was a great job, but I just worked all the time, and it was like, how am I supposed to do my podcast or have any kind of a life, you know? Whoops. Yep. So now I have like a regular job with a schedule and a limit of how many hours I work a week, and it's a good life.
See, this also plays well into us actually doing this podcast consistently.
Yeah, like committing and actually being consistent. Yeah, because now I'm not like, oh, hopefully I have a day off this week.
Yeah, and you probably also don't work like fucking 12 hours a day or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, that
Oof.
was wild.
Rough stuff.
That was pretty damn
That
close.
is rough. And you're out in the elements all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're tired as fuck. But I mean, like, I kind of prefer being physically exhausted to mentally exhausted, so I will kind of
There
miss
is
that. But
there is definitely a
it's just too
plus to
many
physical
hours.
exertion, and the I feel you on that. Makes me feel
Yeah,
good, and yeah, you feel tired. Fuck, I fucked that up. I had a good.
yeah. You're like, I worked hard
I
today. I
labored
labored, and
and
I'm
go to
gonna go to
sleep,
bed.
just like this podcast is, because we're out of time.
Yeah,
Join us next
it's been
week.
real.
We'll record another episode and have it up. Swear to God.
Hell yeah, we will.
She's
We're
got the
gonna.
schedule. I
We're
got the
real.
will. We don't got.
Where there's a schedule and a
We will
will,
cut some
there's
of
a
this out.
way.
But we'll see you guys next week. Ciao.
Yeah, thanks so much for the good times.
God bless.
Ciao.